Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and this is a sketchy challenge from the Atlantic Card Sketch Challenge for cards or whatever, but this is the end of the project, so this is what I'm going to be showing you how I made it. So here we go. Here we are. Okay, so I've got a couple of things, several things to show you. I just have small chunks of the Now and Forever paper left, and I have enough to make a card or two. And so I'm taking Scarlet, and I'm using that for the entire background. And then I'm going to attach, now this is a cool thin cut. Now I don't know that it's still available, but it makes stamp-like die cuts, and really cute. So I'm kind of using that as my little frame for this particular card. And I cut it in Mulberry. So I guess you could use, if you wanted to make something like this, if you had something that just made a straight frame or a scalloped frame, then that would be perfect too. So always running out. But handy dandy right here, ready to go. So just did a little bit more, and I am going to put this on the very, very edge. So the Scarlet was cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The lace paper was cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I am just giving an 1/8 of an inch frame all the way around. It just kind of makes it stick out a little bit more. Now I had these extra pieces of a lace, a pink, like a ballerina glitter paper doily, and a pretty white glitter cardstock circle. And so I'm adding just kind of a little scallop around the edge of the circle. Now what I decided here is that's going to hold the sentiment. But I'm making, so I did some die cuts of the Now and Forever stamp thin cuts, and I'm doing a second generation in Mulberry, and then first generation in the rose detail. And I just kind of wanted to see how that would look. And so it shows up the detail with still a little shading of the same color in the background. Same color, different intensity. I do like the ballerina background. Gotta line it up. So I give the ballerina the solid background, and then the detail is going to be in scallop. So to me, this looks just like a rose. And there we go. Look how pretty that is. So I really like the way that looks. I was kind of thinking of doing a second generation in the background, and then first generation in rose, Scarlet. You could totally do that. I do like the way the ballerina and the Scarlet look together, though. So anytime you have a stamp like this where you have a solid stamp and then a detailed stamp, always remember that you can do, first generation for the light color or a second generation. So if you're going to use one color, then you use the darker color, the dark color, do a second generation, and then the detail in the first generation. And you get perfectly matching, same color, just different intensity. So I was thinking, we don't have a die cut for the leaves, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp some leaves, and then I'll fussy cut them. So they have leaf, and this can probably be used over, so you could do like first and second generation here too. Or this one, see, it actually shows up even though they're both first generations. That's just because it's such a light color, and adding a second layer to it does darken it. So I've got to fussy cut those, and then I'm thinking of making like a pink butterfly with the intense black details. I think there must be pink butterflies, right? Maybe not. I'm not sure. There's a lot of orange butterflies. There's blue and black butterflies, but I don't know that blue and black would go. So there is, and that's really not bad. But it wasn't just how I wanted. So I end up doing that in honey butter and black, because that makes a really, then it looks like a swallowtail butterfly. So I'm just fussy cutting these leaves out, and I am going to tuck those hither and yon around my flowers, because the leaves just add a really nice detail to your flowers. So just trying to figure out how many am I going to cut out. You get really fussy, spoiled when you have those thin cuts. So it's like, me, cut things out? I used to really enjoy cutting things out. It's a real zen kind of thing to do. So I am going to, I'm going to use Hugs and Kisses on the outside. Now I have to make like a little bitty strip. And I'm going to make it in Scarlet because that sticks out so nice. So that's my sentiment. That's going to go on the outside. I don't want to cut it with hand cut because it's just not going to come out so straight. So I'm just going to make some nice sharp lines with my rail cutter. And that's going to go up there. So this is coming out to be, it's going to be a pretty Valentine's card. I like that pink doily, but so much of it is getting hidden. I feel kind of bad about that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on the back side of the glitter paper, because sticking anything to glitter paper other than liquid glue just doesn't work. And all of the flowers I'm going to pop up with the leftover insides from my heart shaker windows. Now I could have made this a shaker window. That would have been a good thing too. So I'm just gonna run my flowers around the edge of the round piece. And then here I go tucking see, it just adds just a nice different color to the whole card setting, and to the, makes the flowers stick out a little bit. So I like this. I hadn't used the leaf stamp before, and it's definitely a good thing to use. So the butterfly, I'm still thinking about it. I totally could have done the pink butterfly. That would have been fine. But I kind of decide, well, I don't know that I want the pink butterfly. I think I wanted to make a yellow butterfly, because it really came out pretty. Wonder what a green butterfly. They have green butterflies, I think. Pretty sure they do. That probably would have been pretty too. I didn't try that. But I do know that the honey butter butterfly with the intense black detail, I definitely know that sticks out and looks really pretty. So there we go. And I have missed doing the Atlantic Heart Sketch Challenge because, goofy me, I make the cards and then forget to do the final part, which is putting the picture into my blog and then putting it out on the Atlantic Heart Sketch Challenge blog. So it's like I've totally goofed up. I have like 3 or 4 cards that I missed doing that. So there's the outside of my card. And the inside is going to get a Happy Valentine's Day from I've used the heck out of this stamp set, I tell you. Really, I feel really good about myself for once. I've used up just about all, there's just bits and pieces left. I've used the heck out of the stamp set and the thin cuts. And I've made videos on everything, so I'm pretty darn happy that I got that much together. And there's my little stamp on the back side because I always like to do that. And then I have a new thing to show you. It's not, I've had this thin cut for a while, it's just that I keep on forgetting to use it. So there, I just added some hearts around. I like the way that looks. So I am going to get my envelope. And I always decorate the front of it, of my envelopes. If you've watched me, you know that. And if you've watched me before and you're coming back to watch me again, I have to tell you how much I appreciate you subscribing to my website and watching my videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you. So I could have used the lace, but I decided to use the little Valentine hearts because it's Valentine's. So there's my flap. So you get 2 flaps to make a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. You get the bigger and the smaller. Now they actually have those flaps for making 5 by 7 cards, which are new cards to us, a new size to us. But they, any cards that I get in the mail asking for donations, the envelopes are all decorated and the flaps are very much decorated. So here is my card with my newly decorated envelope flaps. Woohoo. Oh. Take you for a little ride here. I'm trying to get closer. So there we go. There's my card. Thanks for watching. Bye now.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith. Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.